order to do your streak test, you take a piece of white ceramic unglazed tile like this, and you would have your mineral, okay? So we're not sure what this is, but we don't know what color it is either. So what you do is you take it, you hold your piece down, and you draw a line just like that, and that will give you your streak, and that is your streak test. For your acid test, you would take your mineral, in this case here we have calcite, and you would take your dilute hydrochloric acid. You would then put a drop on it, and this will test if there is any calcite in the mineral. You will be able to see that it will start bubbling and fizzing like a little bit of pop rocks. If it does that, then that means you have calcite. For the Mohs hardness scale test, you would pick your two minerals. Here we have calcite and we have quartz. You would see if one mineral will scratch the other. So we will see if the quartz will scratch the calcite. You would take your mineral, you scratch it against each other like this, and if it leaves a mark, there we go. That means your calcite is softer than the quartz. So there's one step. Another way to tell is if your mineral here, your calcite, will scratch glass. If you drag it along the glass, does it scratch it? Nope, there are no more new scratches. So it did not scratch glass. That means it is not harder than glass. Now, you can scratch it with copper. If it leaves a scratch in copper, that means it is harder than it. So we already have some scratches on here. Okay, so let's check and see. We'll do this side. All right, will it leave a mark? Kinda did, but yeah, so it scratched the copper. That means it is harder than copper, but softer than glass and softer than quartz here. Another test you can do is the transparency test. How much can you see through it? You have your mineral here. This is an opaque mineral. That means you cannot see through it. The next one we have is a translucent mineral. That means you can kind of see through it. Maybe you can see some light when you hold it up to the sun, but you can hardly see anything. And then you have your transparent minerals. This here is calcite and quartz. Both are transparent, which means you can see through them. So here you can see my finger through the calcite, and here you can see through the quartz to the other side of my fingers. So these minerals would be transparent. Another test you can do is the refraction test. If you put your calcite over the letters, you can see there is double. So there you see time returned twice. That is double refraction. Whereas our friend quartz here, you can only see the word signed once. So there is just refraction, and then calcite here has double refraction. Another test you are able to do is the luster test, or also known as how shiny can it be. Here you have a mineral that does not have any luster at all. That means it is dull. Next to it, we have our friend calcite. It has a kind of glassy, somewhat shiny appearance. And then after that, we have copper. This here is a metallic luster. So that means it has a very shiny appearance.